This is Jason Artiga, and this is the second spectacular episode of Cinema Macabro. And today I'm going to give a really good review on The Void. I saw The Void this weekend, and I was totally blown away. Okay? I was like, holy shit. A film with practical effects that was a throwback to the 80s, pure cosmic dread, H.P. Lovecraft style, and it felt like an 80s film. Okay? When I first saw the trailer, I saw the trailer in 2013 as a teaser trailer. I guess the filmmakers at that time were trying to get funding. It's Jeremy Gillespie, and the other director is Steven Kostanasky. They have a pretty impressive resume on IMDb and worked on some pretty big films. And I said, wow, like this film is, 2000, I'm going to say 2013, 2014. I saw a teaser trailer. Then I don't see anything about it at all until maybe the third quarter of 2016. I see like a short trailer that's not exactly a teaser, but not exactly a trailer, and I was like, "Holy shit, this movie looks good." I mean, the film had like this Illuminati hints of the Illuminati and Lovecraft and all that good stuff from the 80s. From like John Carpenter and Stuart Gordon, like From Beyond and Reanimator and John Carpenter's The Thing. And I was like, you know what? I have to see this movie. I am sold, completely sold on a trailer. It wasn't towards the end of 2016 where I actually saw a full trailer. And I said, you know what? This film, I gotta fucking see this film. Seriously. All right? Like, when it comes to practical effects, I have to see it. Now, last year, there was a movie that came out called Harbinger Down that was directed by Alec Guinness, who is an exceptional practical effects artist. He worked on Aliens. He worked on Alien 3. He worked on. He actually worked on the original I Am Legend with Ridley Scott and had a demo reel that, when you see the practical effects of the vampires in it, it blows away the Will Smith movie by like 100 times, and that's real effects. But Harbinger Down was a disappointment to me. Although the special effects were phenomenal, it's just Alec Guinness, in my opinion, is not really a filmmaker, and he should have worked as a second unit that deals with the practical effects of the creatures. So I said to myself, you know what? I hope there's another film that has practical effects. I mean, I really like Turbo Kid. Turbo Kid had really good practical effects, and it used computer effects to complement those practical effects. And I really loved the gore in that movie. Then I saw The Void. Oh, let me tell you something. I saw it this weekend on a Friday night. I came back working on an episode, like writing, and I said, you know what? The Void comes out today. Let me go check if this movie's on. I paid for the movie. It was on demand, and the trailer promises everything from the trailer you're going to get in the movie. Okay, pretty much everything. And I was like, this is like the combination, the bastard child of John Carpenter's Assault on Precinct 13, The Thing, In the Mouth of Madness, a little bit of Prince of Darkness, and Stuart Gordon's From Beyond and Reanimator. And Michael Mann, I could see some huge influences from Michael Mann's The Keep in the third act. And who else? Lucio Fulci's, what's that movie called? Because I said From Beyond, so that's Stuart Gordon. Lucio Fulci's The Beyond. Okay, it trust me when I tell you about this. A lot of Lucio Fulci's influences are in this film. Now, the film's directed by Jeremy Gillespie and Steven Kostanasky, and it stars Aaron Poole and Kenneth Walsh, Daniel Feathers, Kathleen Monroe, and Ellen Wong, and Mick Byskov. The cast was good. Now, the special effects was good. The atmosphere was amazing. Okay, the music was good. Cinematography, I must say, brought out the budget to this film. It's a pretty atmospheric. It's colorful. It has great colors. The use of sodium vapor lamps. Oh man, it's just pretty cool. It's a pretty cool film. And there's other things I didn't like. Okay, let me start by saying usually when films are a labor of love or like a throwback, some people tend to forget the chemistry of the cast. Maybe it was like, and the acting as well. Like I had a little problems with the acting. I'm not saying the actors were bad. The actors were actually quite good, but the problem is the blocking and a lot of the chemistry between the actors. Like I don't know if it was in the writing or the directing, but certain actors didn't have chemistry. We have like this police officer, Carter. He discovers this blood-soaked man limping down a deserted road, right? And he thinks he's drunk. So he rushes him to the local hospital with a bare bones night shift staff. So it's like pretty much empty. He's like in two towns across at this hospital that's pretty much a short staffed hospital. And all of a sudden these cloak like figures surround the building. So you can't get in or out. And the patients and staff, they start to turn ravenously insane and they start to mutate. Like that's when it gets like fucking John Carpenter's The Thing. They start to mutate and they start going insane. And the remaining survivors, they're trying to protect themselves. And the sheriff, the police officer, Carter, leads them into the depths of the hospital. And that's where it gets really scary, where they discover like this gateway of immense evil. Now, here's the problems I had with this movie. I said the acting, all right, fine. Because the writing, the action starts right away. The minute he goes into the hospital, in the first act, that's when it's pretty much fast. Everything is fast. There's no time for the character's wife or implied ex-lover to have that chemistry and show that relationship. That's the only problem. Maybe towards the end, because you can see a lot of holes in there. And I was like, damn, man, it's like this is like a, it's a pretty good movie the way it is. You kind of overlook it at certain points, but if you're a filmmaker or if you're a writer, you're like, you'll point it out. You're like, fuck this, like, no, I can't see this. I can't see this. I don't see this coming. Now I'm rambling. Anyway, so getting to the point, the practical effects in this movie is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, I've seen practical effects, but these guys, they did a really good job. The creatures are very unique and scary. I mean, each one of the creatures, it's like a different mutations. You got zombies in there, but we're not talking about like your Walking Dead zombies. We're talking about your fucking H.P. Lovecraft mutated people zombies, where they try to pick up weapons and they're mutated. You have like this ancient one cult figure in it, which I don't want to give too much away, but it's going to remind you of Molar from The Keep and Pinhead from Hellraiser. So you're going to be like, holy shit, you see those 80s throwbacks in there. Now the CG was done really well in this film. Okay, it was, oh my god, it was used just for the backgrounds and for the overall atmosphere. So it basically composites of like the sky, and I don't want to give away too much, but the way they used it, it was like really good. Art Hindle was in this film. He plays one of the sheriffs. And if you don't know who Art Hindle is a great actor. He worked with David Cronenberg on The Brood, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the remake that was in the 80s. And he was good in this. Like I like seeing old actors who were like in the horror films of the 80s act in this. And I was surprised to see him in this movie. He was great on The Brood. Also, let me start by saying that. Well, let's see. The Void. I just got to make sure that I'm accurately telling. I'm still excited. I'm still like coming down from that high. Um, let's see. The film was shot in Canada, and it was distributed here. It was shot in Ontario, Canada, in Sault Ste Marie, Ontario, Canada. It was a pretty good film, and it's like a 90-minute film, but it was pretty streamlined. So it didn't feel like disjointed. The only problem is there's a lot of implied things of the ending. Like you have to pretty much interpret this movie yourself. And I said the same thing about Messiah of Evil, which was another Lovecraftian film. This film is definitely Lovecraftian and much cosmic horror film. And I was just like, you know what? Fucking this movie rocks. Towards the end, I said, even with its flaws with the acting and some of the blocking and some of the directing, whoever was the art director in this film, I would love to see them work in Hollywood. The special effects guys, again, great effects. It's a very squeamish movie. It's pretty much a gore fest. This movie has like a birth scene that's like really fucking crazy. And I'm just gonna say, go see the film. I really liked it.